name is Santos. This is my second time being here a resident, and I was referred to here coming out of prison. So I've been here and I've been working with my case manager, and they have set up a program for me to be positive and get accomplished the things I need to do. They have many references out here. You just have to reach out and communicate with your caseworkers so you can get things done. Because if you don't communicate, then you don't get nothing done. This is not a place for you to just eat and sleep. It's a place for you to be positive and to get things out and build that strong foundation. An average day here basically consists of getting up in the morning. At 6 o'clock, we have a wake up here. At 6:30, everybody has to be out in their sleeping area and be in the social hall where breakfast is served around 6 o'clock. From 6:30 to 7:30, you have the option to sit there and eat and get ready. At 7:30, everyone has to leave the facility. Until 7 o'clock in the evening, we're allowed back in. Then we go through the process of going through the metal detector, signing in, checking for if we got any appointments to be made, because those are two important things that we have to do here is sign in so they have accountability that we're here. And also checking that we have appointments, because those appointments, if we miss them, it's a bad situation, because they're appointments that they want to know what we're doing and where we're going with what we're doing here. I've been here at the mission. One of the most fondest things that happened to me is how I seen everyone here, staff and residents, come together, and not just being here that we're just individuals, but as a family, because I had to go through a hard time in my life where I had a death in the family, and I had the staff and everybody here really reach out to me and be understanding to help me deal with this. And that's when I found out that this was just not a mission, you know, where they just look at you like on an individual basis, but I really found the mental support from the people here, and that was something that I really needed, and I got it right here. We get a variety of organizations, church people that come here, serve dinner for us, and that's something that we all look forward to. And it's not just them coming, but it's the interaction that we have with them, being church people, because a lot of them, they independently, they'll come out and they'll reach out to us to try to get us to understand the word. And you know, it's a good communication for us and them and all of us to be together, and it puts a good environment here at the mission. If I wasn't here at the mission, honestly, I would say I would have been in the park, because I was homeless before I found this mission, and I lived at the park. I found everything I needed because, like I said, when I went to that gate, they really reached out to me and grabbed me. They didn't push me away. This is, yes, you're here. Let us help you, and that's the way it's been since I've been here. It's been consistently growing with all the help that I need, because honestly, there's nothing that really I can do now that I couldn't do before, because I got the support from them here.
My name is Michael Miller. I moved here from Ohio. It's been a year now. I graduated high school in 1999. I went straight into the Army after that. Got injured in the Army, was released from duty. From there, I started going back into the construction field, worked there for, well, I want to say 15 years, 13 years. I met a girl, fell in love. We was engaged to be married, and she passed away from a car accident. I started drinking a great deal of an amount. I tried to kill myself. I didn't want to live without her. I moved out here to try to escape everything and start over. When I thought things were going good, I was halfway here, and the job that I had lined up ended up getting canceled. So I didn't even have that to look forward to. I got to the Greyhound station here in San Bernardino, and the security guards there had told me about CCLM. So that's when I ran up here because I was desperate, and I didn't know what else to do. Once I became a resident, I started counseling, talking about my problems, my issues, and we the staff, caseworkers, we all talked. I became a volunteer. After being a volunteer for roughly 6 months, I was given the opportunity for employment. I was employed for 3 months, and once I thought I had everything under control and got comfortable, I fell off the wagon, started drinking again, went to rehab. It was an inpatient rehab because I knew I needed help because I didn't want to go that route anymore. So after my rehab, I called CCLM back up and they agreed to give me a second chance. It's getting easier every day. I went to the VA and gotten actually more help than what they had originally offered me. We're working on my pension and disability, and hopefully with those proceeds, I can take that and help people like me so that they know that they're not alone. My work plans are to open a homeless shelter for veteran services, just to give them the extra help that they deserve. I can offer them the emotional stability because I've been there and I've done that. And hopefully with not only me, but the great team that I hope to work with, we can find a way to break the cycle. Every donation that was given to CCLM has inspired a lot of people, not only me, a lot of individuals that I've seen walk in and out of these gates. It's one of the best opportunities I've had in California, and I definitely appreciate it. Without CCLM, I probably ended up dying. Without the help, the guidance, I don't want to say probably, I would have picked the bottle back up and I wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have cared. CCLM's helped keep me on track since coming back. I've learned to do a lot more interaction, to be a lot more open about everything. So without them, I'd be lost.
Hi, my name is Claire Sakafitz, and I'm the volunteer coordinator for LSS at Central City Lutheran Mission. I came here many years ago as a volunteer through my church. I had a friend who was serving Sunday night suppers here, and she invited me to come along. And when I walked in the door, although I was afraid, I had not been exposed firsthand to homelessness, and I was quite afraid. I came in and I thought, I'm here, I should do something. I tried to ask if I could work in the kitchen, but all the positions in the kitchen were taken, so they told me to mingle. So I went out and sat with a gentleman, and he had his head down, and I said, hi, my name is Claire, and he went, huh? And I said, tell me about yourself. And he kept chewing and eating with his head down, and we talked for about 20 minutes, and he told me everything he could fit into that between bites of food. And when he was finished, he looked up and he said very gruffly, thanks. Nobody's listened to me for over 20 years. And it changed my life. It made me realize that just by listening to someone who's underprivileged or who is vulnerable as this homeless man was, could make a difference in his life. And from there on, I was hooked. I went back to my church, asked them to join me in an outreach program to serve suppers here on Sunday night, and my journey began. Several years after that, I was fortunate enough, upon retiring from the corporate world, to be offered the job of volunteer coordinator here, and I jumped on it. And I have had that position for 2 years, and I absolutely love what I'm doing, and I am privileged to be here with Lutheran Social Services working. We do make a difference every day at every level for every employee here, and it's a very proud time in my life to say that I finally have a job that matters. My backstory, though, is unusual. When I was born, my birth mother placed me on the doorstep of the Byron Street Foundling Home in Chicago, Illinois. And back in the 40s, that's what orphanages were called, foundling homes. And I lived in that home for 2 years. And one day, a man and a woman came to look at the children, and the man who eventually became my father told me that I was the prettiest girl in the bunch, and they adopted me. And many, many years later, I was in my late teens, I found out that the Byron Street Foundling Home was owned and operated by Lutheran Social Services of Illinois. And here I am, privileged to embrace, equip, and empower people, as that home did for me, for Lutheran Social Services of Southern California.